The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello there everyone, how you doing? This is Neil Green again with you on the weekly webinar. How you doing? I would like to welcome you guys joining us just like every week from the site from GoToWebinar, and to welcome you guys joining us at Facebook at our homepage at itrader.com. All right, let's just do a technical check to see that you can see the screen and hear my voice. You guys on GoToWebinar, you have a chat window. So by the way, if you have any questions, okay, during the webinar, please ask me, okay? Write me down. I'll do my best to answer your questions in between. Of course, I'm going to leave some time for Q&A, okay? Q&A session at the end of the webinar in order to try and clarify everything. So just write me down that you can see the screen. You're supposed to see our homepage at itrader.com. You guys on Facebook, it's a free service, okay, these webinars. So if you want to join us, okay, it's pretty easy. All you have to do, go to itrader.com, just scroll down here, and save me a seat on join a webinar. Okay, put in your first name, last name. As I said, it's for free, and your email address so we can contact you back, and join us, guys. We're doing it once a week. Okay, doing these webinars. Usually, I'm talking about the events that are taking place at the same week, trying to show you guys how to look at the market. Okay, and sometimes I just teach you some technical trading and so on. So if you find it interesting, you're more than welcome to join us. So you guys on GoToWebinar, everybody can see the screen, hear my voice. Can I start? Okay, you have a chat window, just write something down so I'll know that we're good. Okay. All right. All good. Everybody can see the screen. You see the homepage, itrader.com, and hear my voice. Okay, that's good. All right, let's go on. Today we're going to talk about actually the biggest events of the month, okay, the NFP. NFP stands for non-farm payroll, okay. This event, I'm doing these webinars once a month about the NFP because it takes place once a month. The non-farm payroll measures the number of new payrolls, okay, from the period months from the last NFP, okay, till now in 1 month, how many new payrolls we have in the US market, okay, which is the strongest economy, as you probably know. And okay, so the non-farm payroll will be published on Friday. NFP takes place every first Friday of the month. Okay, this is the job report of the United States of America, and you have to understand that this is the second most important event after the interest rate decision, and the most effective one. Okay, this job report gives us a mirror to the U.S. economy, what's going on in the United States, to understand if we have more payrolls, less payrolls, if people, the employees are making more money, less money, unemployment rates, and so on. And I'm going to show you just in a few minutes where to read it. What I'm trying to say is, for us as traders, this job report, the NFP, can create great trading opportunities. All right, we just have to know how to read it correctly in order to take advantage of it. So the non-farm payroll will be published on Friday at 12:30 GMT time. The NFP is considered the biggest trading event of the month. As I told you, the most effective one, usually a lot of volume, a lot of money coming into the market on the NFP at the same minute. And if we know how to read the information, and if we know how to combine the technical analysis with the fundamental analysis that I'm going to talk about in just a minute, it can create, as I said, great trading opportunities for us. So let's pay attention, okay? But this NFP could generate even more activity. I'm going to talk about it. Why? We had the Irma storm in the United States and affected the market strongly. Higher trading activity could reflect stronger movements by major assets, okay? Which means for us equal to trading opportunities. Okay, the hurricanes could have a major impact on the jobs number. Remember, we had hurricanes going on in the United States, okay? It was a big deal back then. I'm not talking about what happened yesterday, everybody heard, in Las Vegas, okay, which was a huge and very sad event, because it's not a monthly thing, okay? The hurricanes took a long time. The whole U.S. market, or the whole, actually the Americans were into it, very into it, and it affected the market. I'm going to show you how. The last NFP number, okay, was 156,000 new jobs, which means 156,000 new payrolls from the NFP on August till the NFP of September. Right now we are going to have this is the first Friday of October, which means measures the new payrolls from the last NFP on September till this NFP on October. So the last one, okay, last time we had the NFP, the job report, we talked about 156,000 new payrolls. Last month low number could be because of the Hurricane Harvey, okay? Now Hurricane Irma could worsen job conditions even more. The expectations for Friday are only 88,000 new jobs. Now look at the difference. 156,000 is very, very low. The expectation, the forecast, and you can find it on investing.com or Forex Factory. Let me show you. Here, I put it on Forex Factory. On GMT time, you can set the time by your local time, okay? You see 12:30 GMT time. If you're from London, it's going to take place at 1:30. If you're from mid-Europe, it's going to take place at 2:30. So pay attention where you're from and set the clock, okay? When you look at the economic calendar, it doesn't matter if you look through our website. By the way, you can find it on our website. Let me show you. You don't have to go. Okay, let's go to trade, to the economic calendar. Okay, trading tools. And let's take a look on Friday. Let's try to do it through the website. Okay, you see October 5th. Unemployment claims, so on. Actually, you can go, you have it here. It's much easier. The NFP. Okay, so let's go to news, NFP. All right, the next one will take place on October 6th. I'm sorry. Okay, the importance of the NFP, and you can read about it here. On the economic calendar, let me take a look. Just a second. If you don't have it in-house, you can look at it on Forex Factory or investing.com. Let's just see. October 6th. I thought 5th. Okay, October 6th. Great. As you can see on October 6th, okay, we have the non-farm payroll itself, and then the average hourly earnings, unemployment rate. You have everything. As I said, 88,000. Okay, new jobs, and we're talking about average hourly earnings of 0.3%, and 4.4 is the unemployment rate. And you can find it on any other website. All right, so we have it in-house. You can find it on our website. Great. So as you can see, all of this is going to take place at 12:30 p.m. GMT time. You see USD it's gonna take place in the United States, this job report. Now let's see how I read the job report in order to understand where the market is going in order to help me with my trades. Good. So okay, 88,000 new jobs, as you saw. Okay, this is the forecast for this coming Friday. Is the lowest number in years. Okay, because of the hurricanes, because of Irma, because of all what we had on the eastern side of the United States. Okay, it was a major thing. Because of the, think about it, not a lot of new payrolls. Okay, the low forecast could generate more volatility after publication. Let me explain why. Because a big surprise, up or down, it doesn't matter, is more likely when the forecast is so far from average. Think about it. If the average number, okay, the average NFP number in 2017, so we're talking about what we had, 9 NFPs. If you have once a month, is 175,000 new jobs. So 156 that we had last month was very low. Right now the forecast is only 88,000. This is only once the number below 100,000 new jobs in 2017, which means we don't expect a lot of payrolls because of these hurricanes, because sometimes, not sometimes, but always, you make plans, and nature is stronger than everything. So pay attention to this, because this might, for us as traders, this is a great thing. Let me explain why. When the number is so low, when we have expectations of 88,000 new jobs, okay, a big surprise, even it's going to be 150 or 140, okay, and if it's going to be very low, 20,000, 30,000 new jobs. Once I saw, I think it was last year, 36,000 new jobs, 38. If it's going to be so low or so high, okay, it might affect the market very, very strong, because the forecast is so far from average. Now, as you probably know, this whole market, and we talked about it on past webinars, is based on expectations, all right? Now, as far the actual result, the number itself, okay, if it's very, very far from the expectation, and it might happen this coming Friday because of all the conditions and the hurricanes and all the things that we talked about. If it's going to be very far from 88,000, the lowest one in 2017, okay, if it's going to be much under or over, okay, we expect great trading opportunities. We expect a lot of volatility in the market, and we need to know how to read these numbers. Now, other numbers to look at are, okay, look for R, I'm sorry, unemployment rate expected to stay at 4.4%, 4.4%. Average hourly earning is expected to grow by 0.3%. Okay, these numbers are pretty casual. If jobs number is weak, which means low NFP, and earnings are strong, then higher volatility is expected. Okay, write it down, guys. Earnings are important because they show a healthier jobs market, and let me explain. Even if we don't have a lot of new payrolls, which the expectations is very low, okay, let's go back here. You see, the expectations in 88,000 new jobs. Last NFP, look at the history of it. 88,000 is the expectation for now. Last time we had 156, 209, 999,000 new jobs was published in July for the payrolls in June. Okay, 138 and so on. Right now we expect only 88,000. The lowest, you see, the average is 175,000 in 2017 so far. And we expect the new payrolls in September is going to be published on Friday. That will be 88,000 now. Okay, and the average hourlings, the growth is by 0.3%. Unemployment rates is supposed to stay the same at around 4.4%, which this is pretty casual. What I'm trying to say is that if these numbers, okay, if we see average hourly earnings changes, okay, and the payrolls are going to be as expected very low, think about it. If we don't have a lot of new payrolls, for example, but average hourly earnings is much higher than expected, this is a great thing for the US economy, because even though we don't have a lot of new payrolls, people are making more money. People are making more money is great for economy. You understand why. Okay, so pay attention to these numbers, and then you're going to see the reaction of the market. Okay, back to the PowerPoint. So let me repeat it. Average hourly earnings, right, 0.3%. Unemployment 4.4 is the expected, and 88,000. Again, if jobs number is weak, okay, if it's going to be really even lower than 88,000, and earnings are strong, then high volatility is expected, which is great for us because we as traders, we look for volatility. Okay, this is where the money is. Earnings are important because they show a healthier jobs market. Great. Assets outlook. Okay, let's take a look at what's going on in the market right now. Euro versus the dollar is trading steady at around 1.175. We have a strong support at 1.17. Of course, guys, you got to know how to combine this technical analysis with the fundamental analysis, all right? The fundamental event, the NFP, we just talked about it. Read the numbers, understand where it's going. After you see where it's going, okay, if you want to trade on the majors, okay, if you want to trade, for example, on the US dollar versus one of the major currencies, pay attention to the key levels, to the support and resistance levels, okay? Put some lines. For example, if I look at the euro versus the dollar, let's take a look at the MetaTrader. Okay, right now, okay, let's take a look at the majors. Euro versus the dollar. Let's put it on a 1 hour chart or a daily chart, doesn't matter. Right now, let's erase this line. Good. Sorry. Delete all selected. As you can see right now, the price is 1.175, just like I wrote. You see? 1.1760, 50, something like that. Now, as you can see, okay, if we zoom in a little bit, okay, down here at around 1.17, we have a support line. Everybody sees this support line here? Okay, down here, a little bit higher than that. Around here, 1.17, this is our support line. Okay, you can put it on your portfolio, on your MetaTrader, just take a look. And on the other side, okay, on the other hand, okay, this is the support line. And we have a resistance line, I would say all the way up to here around 1.20. Okay. Even, you know what, when we look at the NFP, this is a daily chart, I'm sorry, I would say 1.18, 1.1820. Okay, so this is only because this is a daily chart. Each candle represents 1 day. So these are support and resistance lines. Before you take any fundamental trade, when you want to trade on the event, okay, even if you want to trade on the NFP, which you're gonna see a lot of, you're gonna see high volatility usually. Okay, the NFP, a lot of money coming in. A lot of people are trading because, you know, we get the mirror, we get what's going on in the U.S. economy. It tells us a lot. Still put some support and resistance lines to understand the highest or the lowest prices of the asset. Okay, on any asset or whatever you trade on. Good. So we said euro versus USD trading right now steady 117.5, strong support 117, could be broken if NFP is strong, which means if the dollar is gonna get stronger, okay, much stronger, if we have a good NFP, okay, hourly earnings is more than expected, much higher than 88,000 new jobs. We expect the dollar to get stronger, and then you're gonna see the euro versus the dollar goes down, because the euro is the major currency and the dollar is the secondary currency, which means if the dollar is getting stronger versus the euro, on the chart we're going to see some red candles. Euro versus the dollar goes down because it represents the relations between the euro and the US dollar. Strong support on 1.17, so we have to check if we have a breakthrough of this support or this support is strong enough. All right, and then we might see a reverse. It depends how strong the event will be and how significant will be the delta of the numbers between the actual and the forecast. Gold is the opposite from US dollar. We talked about it on past webinars. Okay, opposite correlation. When the dollar goes up, usually gold goes down, and the opposite. When the dollar goes down, gold goes up. Gold is kind of safe haven. Okay, when we don't know where to put our money, usually when we have a lot of uncertainty in the market and we don't know what currency to buy, money goes to gold and then gold gets stronger. So opposite correlation between these two. Okay, gold trading right now low at around $1,270 an ounce. A bad NFP could push gold towards 1,286. Okay, take a look on the chart. Marked bar XAU versus USD. Okay, so on the daily chart, this is our resistance, as I said, 1 point around here, 1.86. You see this around here, and the support. Okay, okay, now we're good. And the support, I would say, could be down to even here to 1,260, around 65. Okay, so pay attention, see how strong the reaction is, and you can go to past NFPs. Okay, for example, the last one took place on, let's see, the first day of September was, let me check, first Friday. I'm sorry, first Friday, not the first day of September. I guess was September 1st. Oh, the first Friday of September was September 1st. Okay, that's nice. So on the 1 hour chart, okay, if we go to 1 hour chart and go backwards, just want to show you the reaction of the market that we had. Okay, September 1st. Just a second. This is our NFP, all right? You see this reaction? Now we're talking from here to here. We're talking about, this is in gold, from the open price to the high price. Open price was $1,320 per ounce. The high one was $1,328, $8 an ounce. Okay, if we use leverage, we're talking about 50 times more. Okay, could be a great thing. Okay, so gold is trading low, 1,272. We said the NFP could push gold towards 1,286. If gold goes up, means the NFP wasn't so good, usually. And of course, good luck, guys. Any questions? Okay, I just, before you go and put in your questions, just want to tell you, use the technical analysis, put support and resistance lines. Okay, see if the numbers. Okay, 88,000 is very low. If we're gonna have a huge surprise, we're gonna have 150, 140,000 new jobs, and average hourly earnings is gonna be as expected, and unemployment rate will be 4.4 4% as expected. It says a lot. All right, so pay attention to these numbers. And usually this kind of event, just like NFP, gives you great trading opportunities just for you to know if you know how to read it. Any questions, guys? This is the time. Anything you would like to ask me, you would like me to clarify, ask me now. Yes, the next NFP will take place on November. Actually, I'm going to do another webinar talking about it this month. All right. Any more questions? Yes, of course. Of course, yes. Of course, you can use a stop loss and take profit just like any other trade, okay, to protect yourself if you would like. Any trade that you take, you can put a stop loss and decide how much money you're willing to risk if the market goes against you, of course. Very important. Thank you for your question. Okay. So we good? All right, guys. So good luck. Okay. Just remember 12:30 p.m. GMT time this coming Friday. I'm gonna be here next Tuesday talking about the next subject. More than welcome to email me at any time. And thank you very much for participating. And have a great one. Thank you. Bye bye.